Deirdre Waterman is a history maker here in Michigan. She was the first African-American female ophthalmologist in the state, and in 2013, she became the first woman elected as mayor of Pontiac. Just a couple of months ago, control of the city was returned to the mayor and the city council after years of being under emergency management. Joining me now is Pontiac Mayor Deirdre Waterman. Welcome to American Black Journal.
So good to be here with you, Stephen. Thank you for this opportunity.
So that's a big deal. Local control restored in Pontiac, but boy, a long saga under emergency management. Several different emergency managers were involved. Lots of conflict over how to right the city's finances. Talk about where you sit now, trying to sort of take control of that again and move the city forward.
Yes, well, that's you highlighted the saga of Pontiac over the 9 years, but I'm here to tell you.
Was it 9 years? Wow.
9 long years, brutal years, right? We have emerged from that as a city, as I say, leaner, meaner, and wiser from what we had gone through, but also resolute to restore the city. And I'm here to tell you today that the spirit of Pontiac, the term that we've coined through my transition, that the spirit of Pontiac is alive and well in the city of Pontiac. Yeah. So that is great.
I mean, this is a place that's lost a lot of population, lost a lot of jobs, and then under emergency management saw some of the guts of the city sort of unraveled. Sale of important assets, cuts in the number of employees and things like that. So what's the future look like? What's the basis for growing Pontiac again?
Well, the future is through economic development and community development, one and both the same. Not only do we want to bring businesses back to become business friendly, we've restored a lot of best business practices, and we now have a lot of businesses that are coming back. We've diversified our economy. That was what was a problem with Pontiac before, where we relied upon one industry. And when they had problems, then as we know, a lot of cities along the I-75 corridor were adversely affected, and Pontiac was one of those. But we've diversified in sending out the welcome mat and have also offered amenities that will bring businesses back to the city. When businesses come in, they also want a place for their employees to be able to shop, to be able to have lunch, to be able to have coffee, business meetings, to offer other ancillary services. So we're building that in the city of Pontiac, and we're doing that in such a way now that I've had to sharpen my ribbon cutting shears as I cut the red ribbon. And we're happy for the fact that not only retail, but also commercially, we're bringing in new businesses. And a lot of the old properties that were left when General Motors retrenched, those were sitting fallow for about 8 years. In the last year and a half, we have sold off all but one now, where industries are coming back to
private interest. Let's talk about partially how Pontiac got into the position it was, but also going forward, how that plays a role. I mean, state support for cities has been going down in the state since about 2000. I mean, about $6 billion in revenue sharing lost among cities. You also have county support in Oakland County has always seemed very sketchy around the city of Pontiac. Now, we can talk for hours probably about why that's true, but do you worry about the city getting back into the same trouble it had before because those things haven't changed? No matter what you do, you still have this state that is not supporting cities the way it used to. You still have a county that sort of acts like Pontiac is somewhere else.
Well, the reality of the situation is that we know what the reality is. It is what it is. So we deal with that and we turn to work with it. One of the things that we have done is to build partnerships and to build support. And I know we are the county seat of Oakland County.
Right.
And so I have reached out and have worked with the county, Brooks Patterson and others, to make sure that we had our services supported, as well as the other kinds of projects that we needed to get done. For example, with the county, we worked through an EDA grant. We needed an economic development plan for the city because we had none. There was no vision about where the city was going to go after the emergency manager. So that is now done, as well as we've highlighted a lot of the things we need to do to have a consensus vision for the citizens. So we knew where we were going and what we wanted to be as a city. So that has been done in conjunction with Oakland County and it's with other partners. We have a number of commercial partners out there who are ready to announce very shortly, as well as Oakland University, which is a very strong partnership now in its second year with President Dr. George Hind. So we have 32 initiatives now that Oakland University is supporting for us. in terms of everything from early childhood education to a parent university to camps. We have a fine arts camp and a business camp and a math camp now that's going on at Oakland University. So are there ways that we build capacity in the city? One of the realities for me as mayor is that different emergency managers handled their city's economic crisis in various ways.
Yes.
In our city, we were outsourced and downsized. So before our emergency manager left, as compared to 9 years ago when we had 500 city employees, they downsized and outsourced so much that now I have 32 employees to run the city.
Wow.
So that's a modicum of efficiency and go-to-itiveness and resilience that makes us be able to continue on, because that's not just cutting the fat in the surplus.
Right.
That was actually cutting
It's
into the bone,
cutting,
cutting into the marrow.
And
yes.
you had to cut services in addition, correct?
Well, people have expectations. We want to have a community that people want to live in, so
Yeah.
we have to continue the services. And that is what people expect. We want to have the kind of amenities that people choose Pontiac to live,
Right.
that businesses choose to come to Pontiac. So that is an important role
Trying to
of the
protect
mayor
the
and elected
services.
officials to protect that and to make it work regardless.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing, and we're doing that by building capacity, by reaching out and having partnerships, by forging alliances, by bringing in other interested angels for the city who work to help to restore and help us maintain the kind of quality of life and amenity that we want to see in Pontiac. That's the new narrative that we have in Pontiac.
Yeah. We've got about a minute left. I know you have a big day coming up
We do,
in
we do.
Pontiac.
Yeah,
You want to
so-
talk about that?
We have a citywide block party. We have a Meet Up and Eat Up program in which we have summer lunch programs for our kids. We want to restore the ideas of healthy lifestyles and eating and nutrition and youthful activities. So we're going to have a big day, and I decided to make that a real give back opportunity so we can celebrate what everyday citizens have gone through. And we're going to have not only the Meet Up and Eat Up and the fun and the games for the kids on June 25th at Aaron Perry Park, but we're also going to have a Unity in the Community concert, and we're bringing in some stars, including Namita Hedden and Karima and Pastor Derek Rutley, and then DMK, which recently was on Empire. A lot of the kids who watch Empire have seen that. So they told me I had to get my face painted and I had to be part of the whole celebration. But that's just a feel-good day for the city of Pontiac. And then we're getting ready for Dream Cruise too, and we've got
Right.
Dream Cruise coming into Pontiac. We're going to manage it in a great way because we've got some exciting events, including drag racing on Woodward.
Yeah.
Not the
Legal
kind
drag
Not the
racing,
kind where the
right.
sheriff will stop you, but the kind where they have legal drag racing.
Yeah.
So this can bring thousands of people to see what's new in Pontiac.
Okay.
And we're calling it Pontiac Power Week. There's a whole week of
Wow, that's
activities.
cool.
We got our logo, and we're going to be geared up to go. So come on up and see us. We're going to have a great time.
All right. Well, good luck to you
right.
in the future. Thanks for being
Absolutely.
here.
Thank
Yeah.
you.